Shamea Morton finally snagged a peach. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. It's so surreal, you know? There have been conversations in the past, but it was always back to, oh, Gerald has to do it, your husband has to be a part, and he just wasn't willing to do it. But I think they were just like, well, we'll give him some time, we'll give him some grace, and maybe he'll come along. And he did. He hangs out with us quite a few times this season. But if it was just solely based on him signing up and doing it, I don't think I would have a peach still, because he was still like, no.
Because that had been the speculation is, oh.
He didn't want to do it, but the funny thing is, what people don't understand is, he's always been supportive of me doing it. He was so a fan of me doing it, but I'm like, you don't understand, they won't let me do it without you. So, hey, we're here, always in God's time, you know?
Yes, everything, timing is always for a reason.
That's
what
right.
are you most excited for fans to get to experience in this moment in your life?
I'm just excited to bring awareness to children with disabilities and special needs. But aside from that, for me personally, I've been a singer and actress for some time. So now I have this amazing platform. I can share my gifts, and I just hope that I'm able to change some lives in the process.
You mentioned children with special needs. We are going to get to meet your beautiful family on this show.
Absolutely.
And your youngest had a difficult entry into this world.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Shiloh came with all of the bells and whistles. I mean, I should have known from her surrogate being diagnosed with breast cancer when she was 28 weeks pregnant. She was diagnosed, and then she had to immediately go into, you know, like her radiation and get the port put in. So they had to deliver Shiloh early. I mean, I understand now when people say, we just want a healthy baby, because prior to Shiloh and Shia, I would ask people, oh, what do you want, a boy or girl? And they would be like, just a healthy baby. And I'm like, come on, you gotta want something. But now that I've had the opposite, Shia was so easy, but my youngest, I mean, she gave it to us. Like, now that I see that side of it, I understand, like, you really do pray for your children to be healthy, because no child deserves to struggle how she has. I mean, over a dozen surgeries. I've stopped counting at this point. I mean, everything from her head to her toes. Some of it is prematurity, but the rest is also because she had a duplication and a depletion in chromosome number 7.
Okay.
I have no idea what that means. I mean, honestly, the doctors at Emory are asking us to be a part of the study because it is so rare. They've only had 4 cases like that. But hey, you know, she's still here with us. We just celebrated her 2nd birthday, and she's thriving. She's got the wobble walk going. So, I mean, I'm blessed.
Aw, man, how do you always win?
Getting to share stories like that is something you never got the chance to do before grabbing this peach. Did you seek out any advice when you signed that contract? Because I know, in addition to Porsha, you're close with Candy.
Yes, I was gonna say, I reached out to Candy, and she was just like, you know what, this is your moment. It's time for the world to really see. And she was like, and it's time for you to pop your ish. She's like, you're always playing yourself down. You're always being so humble, but girl, let them know you that girl, you know? And she was just like, enjoy it. You got a lot to show and give to the world. Let them see. And she just told me the comments are gonna be great one day, and then the next day they're gonna not so great. So delete and block and ignore, because she's like, I've never had a person come up to me and start trash in my face.
You know these fans can get messy though. Your cast photo dropped, and you're in like a little bit of like a Rock of Ages kind of vibe. I saw quite a few comments, is Shamea allergic to serving? And I would just like to get your response to those people.
So my funniest comment was, what was the inspiration behind this? Was it Elvis? And I was just like, you know what? I do like Elvis. Like, I was like, well, you know, I was like, hey, I take it. I mean, I get it. Like, sometimes you're gonna hit and sometimes you won't. I felt cute that day, but a funny story, my actual wardrobe for that shoot did not make it in time.
Okay, so this was a last minute, do with what you got.
But let's be clear, that was over a $10,000 Philip Klein jacket. So like,
just because you don't get it.
I mean, you know, it's not for everyone. You know, it might look cheap, but hey, it's not.
It's not.
I wear some quality pieces.
I think what I take away is you like to have fun.
I do. You want to wear a gown, go for it. If I want to wear these studied air guitar looking. Give it to. I want to do that today. And then, you know what? It's keeping you talking. You're enjoying it. So.
Hey, we can get that party in the first episode. You did wardrobe changes while people were in your house. Like
I want to wear all the dresses today. I wore so many dresses for my birthday party. I was like, well, why would I wear a dress with the actual Peachy?
Exactly. We obviously met you as Porsha's Ride or Die. Mm-hmm. We've known you in that capacity for a decade at this point. We get a tease, though, that maybe this friendship hits a speed bump, a roadblock.
I would like to express the things that have hurt me in our friendship. You're young. Am I boring you?
Did adding the show to your friendship cause your friendship to change at all?
I think so. This is new territory for both of us, so it's just trying to find our way. But if it's a strong and a solid friendship, then you come out. You know, you can come out of it. That's what happens sometimes in friendship, in families, in relationships. There are highs and there's lows, but if there's, again, love at the center, you can persevere through it.
So where do you exist now?
I love Porsha. I want nothing but the best for her. And I'm gonna always support and be a fan of hers.
Why did it hit the place that it did? Is there one thing we're gonna watch that shoots us in that direction?
You know, I'm actually still asking myself that same question. I'm not quite sure, and that's one of the most disheartening things about it all. But I will just say, just pray for it. Pray for us.
Okay. There's a lot of things to read between the lines here. Are you in as good of a place as you were at the start of the season, or are you in a rebuilding phase right now?
I think that we're just in the phase of wanting people to tune in and watch the show.
That media training kicking right in.
And just get to know me. For me, I mean, you know Porsha. And I'm new to the group, like as far as you getting to know me. A lot of people say, oh, you've been there, done that, but I haven't. You've seen me on the scene, but you've not seen me. You've never heard me tell me, can I even look at, I'm not sure if I can look at the camera.
You can look at the camera if you want to
talk.
If you want to talk to the people.
You don't know me. Like, you think you know me, but you know me as just someone's friend, because I am very great at being a follower. I'm great at letting someone else lead. I'm great at letting someone else shine their light, but my light shines bright as well. And I can't wait for you to see that. My intent is never to overshadow anybody. We have a group of amazing ladies. They're all very beautiful, but I can bring joy and good energy into people's lives and homes. And I just can't wait for them to see that and be a part of that. My story, I mean, even from a child, is like none other. Like, I was born prematurely and early. So, wow. I mean, there's just so much to me. You won't get to know everything in this Sweet 16 season, but if you stick around, I'm sure you'll find something about me that you can, that you have in common.
Everybody knows I'm Atlanta's best friend. And in this friend group, I am the glue.
You are kind of the central figure in the group. Did you know going in that you were going to sit in that position?
I didn't. I did not know that. Going into the season, I knew all of the ladies, but I was born and raised right here in Atlanta, Georgia. So I wasn't surprised to know every single lady in some walk of my life in the past. So the fact that they call me the glue, I'm like, wow, I guess I am the glue.
And you...
Just call me Elmer's, though.
Yes, name brand.
I want a brand, a name brand glue.
She's not Rose Art, she's Elmer's. Remember when you would get like the Rose Art pens?
Yes.
Like, no, I want Crayola.
It's like they're waxed and they just leave all that crap on your paper. You're like, just throw it away.
You are all over that premiere and you share a lot out the gate. Did you go into this like, I'm gonna be an open book, or did you surprise yourself with what you were willing to share with the audience?
I think my entire life has always been an open book. And if I'm gonna be a part of a reality show, I wanna show you the good, bad, and the ugly.
You also share the story of how you met your husband, which involves a trip to the bathroom.
I sit on the toilet, and it is like a full symphony orchestra. This man accepted me for me and everything I did to that man's bathroom. And we ain't parted ways since. So ladies, in this bathroom, first night, mark your territory.
You know, I'm not for everyone. I will say that, and I know it's so tasteless and just, if for a lot of people, like, ugh, she is nasty. Well, I am sometimes, but hey, it landed me an amazing man that I've been with for 10 years. I wouldn't change it, and looking back, I'm actually happy I did do number 2 in his bathroom. So,
hey, number 2 got you to number 1.
Number 2 got me to number 1. I'm gonna start saying that, absolutely.
Oh, you got to
outside of Porsha, who would you say you are closest to in the circle?
I would say Kelly.
Okay.
Kelly, I love Kelly.
I was gonna say, her cookbook is sitting out over there. Is that
Yes.
always sitting there, or you put it out just for today? Okay.
Always sitting there, and I always use her 24K Nana chicken and waffle syrup. That was a free endorsement for you, girl.
On the flip side, is there anybody that you learned you could not trust in this circle?
Yes, unfortunately, I came into the circle liking Brit Eady, and now I'm just not a fan of hers at all.
Okay, yeah, because you and Kelly just went on the radio and said, that's our least favorite person in our group right
Yeah.
now. What happens there to cause that switch?
Well, honestly, it's unfortunate because initially we were all really cool. And I think when Kelly and Brit had a little rift in their friendship, she kind of turned on me. And I'm like, I don't have a dog in the fight. I like you both the same. And then it was all this like, and I'm like, what did I do? I'm just.
Her energy did not match
Her
the
energy,
situation.
yeah, and then she, I feel like kids are off limits. She just kind of went there, and you'll see it later in the season. I mean, she went there about my youngest, Shiloh, and that's a really sensitive spot for me. So I just felt like, I can't be, I don't want to be associated. I don't want to be around, and it was too much for me.
Crossed the line. Okay.
To me.
We, of course, fans got to know Brit probably in a way she did not want to get known with the news that came out with everything that went down with Kenya.
So who is this hoe? Brit Eady is her name.
It couldn't go any lower.
She thinks this is okay?
That was Kenya's choice to twirl on down to hell. I don't think she came back out.
What do you want everyone to keep in mind as we head toward that episode and kind of the fallout from it?
I did think that Kenya went too far with what she did. But at the end of the day, even with Brit, like if God can forgive us, why can't I? I have a forgiving heart. I have an open heart to anybody that, feels the same, and I just hope that we can all move forward in a very peaceful, harmonious, loving way.
So do you see a world where Kenya could re-enter this group?
I would be here for Kenya re-entering this group, absolutely. Kenya's added so much to the franchise. I would love for her to twirl her little fine self back on over here, absolutely.
We know that Phaedra comes in near the end of the season, but snags a peach nonetheless.
Right, I'm like, oh, okay.
How did you feel about Frick and Frack having their reunion, and did Phaedra coming in then switch up the dynamics on all of you?
I'm a girl's girl. I'm here for it. If Frick and Frack is what Porsha needs or Phaedra needs, I support it. There's enough of Shamea to go around. I like to share my friendship amongst new people and old people. Like, the more the merrier, I mean, I was shocked when she came back, but welcome. She came with some good energy. Her energy wasn't like it was when she and I last, worked together. So I welcome it. Like I said, you over it, I'm over it. Okay, cool.
Okay.
You forgive, but you don't forget.
Forgive, don't forget. Do you feel like Phaedra has changed for the better?
I hope she has. I mean, again, she came in at the very end of the season, so I can't really speak too much, but yeah, I feel like she came in with a new, fun, inviting and warm energy. So I'm gonna meet you where you are. I'm gonna match your vibe. If you are giving me the good vibes, I'm gonna give you the good vibes and good energy. And until you do different, then we'll just operate in that.
All right, I think she was ready to come running out of Married to Medicine and get
She
back on the
definitely-
mothership. So, because those girls gave her.
I know. Oh my goodness. But hey, that's her journey, and I have no comment on her and her journey over there.
We've got a lot of season to watch. Is there anything that you are bracing for impact for when it hits TV that oof, that's gonna be a tough Sunday night when that one airs?
For other people, there's definitely gonna be some tough Sunday nights. But for me, the impact I feel is going to be when you come into my world of music.
Okay.
When you really see what I bring to the music world.
Do we have a single, an EP?
Yes.
Okay.
My single is coming out March 14th, It's called Neva Had. You never had somebody that'll be what you need.
Never had someone like me. Can't you see that you never had
Somebody like me. That's the song.
Okay.
So you gotta get it on all of your favorite digital streaming platforms. Apple, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, Tidal. It's out there. I want y'all to get it. You never had a peach like me.
Yeah, so what's the inspo? Was it essentially like my moment's finally here?
My moment's finally here. You never had a best friend like me. You never had a peach like me. I mean.
Okay, so it may also be a warning shot.
Get it.
To remind people who they're dealing with. All right, so you were just excited about the whole
Absolutely.
experience.